Come join me in my kitchen as I document another family favorite recipe, chicken Parmesan. I like to start with a Ziploc bag inside of a container and my all-purpose flour, pepper, and you need about 1/4 cup of flour per chicken breast, salt, and lastly, I like this Badia Complete seasoning because it has garlic powder, onion powder, parsley, paprika. It has everything that you'd want. And I just shake that up in the bag to mix it really good. And now I'm going to trim my chicken breast, and I'm just taking off any excess fat or sinewy pieces that might make the chicken tough. And I'm going to cut these in half because they are rather large. Now you will notice as I continue my recipe, the instructions I give, I have made a mistake myself and I have counted the halves as whole chicken breast. So even though I said 1/4 cup of flour for each chicken breast, I ended up doing 1/4 cup for each piece, which was double what I ended up needing. So you'll see I did that for every ingredient, but that's okay. Best part about cooking is you get to eat all of your mistakes. And we learn as we go. So the second component is going to be egg. And the recipe will be 1 whole egg per chicken breast. So I should have done 3 eggs, but I ended up doing 6. But that's okay. Now I use a large fork to whisk these together, and I just wanted to show you the technique. It's like a large ovular shape that you go down, around, and up, and down, around, and up when you whisk. But this is how you blend your eggs and keep them all in the pan without splashing them around. Now the breading procedure for the chicken Parmesan is going to be the same breading procedure that you could use for any protein. Pork chops, chicken, steak, you could use it for shrimp, crab cakes, anything. So now I'm doing the breadcrumb mixture, and I just like to go in with salt, pepper, seasonings again, and the key component to chicken Parmesan, of course, is Parmesan cheese. So I add 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese as well. And just mix those dry ingredients until they're thoroughly incorporated and well mixed. We want very well seasoned chicken Parmesan here, no bland flavors. So now that I've got my flour, egg, and breadcrumb, F-E-B, flour, egg, and breadcrumb, remember that because you can use that to bread just about anything you'd like. And you'll see here my technique is to use my right hand for the chicken, 1 fork for the egg, 1 spoon for the breadcrumb, and my left hand to pick it out. So there's never a caking mess going on in the breading process, and everything stays really neat and clean, which is difficult when you're breading. And the key here is to make sure that at each step, flour, egg, and breadcrumb, it's getting thoroughly coated. So you want to make sure the chicken is really dry and coated in the flour first before going in with the egg, and make sure that the egg is fully saturated into that flour before going into the bread. I've got my cast iron skillet out, and I want to test my oil to make sure it's right around 350 degrees, but I'd be remiss if I didn't show you. If you don't have a thermometer, you just take a little piece of the breading and put it in and watch it float to the surface, and you know that oil's hot enough. So I'm going to fry half my chicken at a time, and meanwhile I have a pot in the back boiling with water to get ready for my pasta. And my homemade pomodoro sauce is back there as well. If you'd like to see the recipe on that, I have it posted to my page. It's super simple, easy recipe for pomodoro sauce, and it tastes amazing. So my water's come to a boil. I'm going to go ahead and put my pasta in. I chose to go with a linguine because it's what I had, but you could do spaghetti or penne or any type of pasta you'd like to pair it with this chicken parm. You want to make sure to pay attention to your chicken and flip it on all sides until it's beautifully golden brown. We are not looking for a finished temperature at this phase, however. Because it's going back in the oven, we can go ahead and put it on the same sheet tray even that we had our raw chicken on. It's not a big deal. We're going to fully cook this chicken in the oven. You'll notice that I did try to make all chicken pieces the same size so that they can finish in the oven at the same time. We're going to go ahead with some of our fresh homemade pomodoro sauce, and fresh mozzarella cheese. That makes the gooeyest, meltiest topping. And I did have some shredded mozzarella as well in the fridge, so what the heck, just throw it on. And some more Parmesan shredded as well. My personal opinion, you can never have too much cheese. I love it super cheesy and delicious. And then I went on top with some dried parsley. This is how she looks before the oven. And we're going to bake it at 425 until it temps done. Now I wanted to show you the trick with the pasta. The pasta is finished, I strained it, but I left a little of the hot water in the pot beneath it, and I just mixed in some olive oil on top. That will ensure that your pasta does not stick. And take a look at the finished meal. It's gorgeous. Cheesy, gooey, melty, and the chicken is perfectly breaded and crispy, crunchy. Ooh, I cannot wait to eat this. From my kitchen to yours, happy cooking.